Batman The Long Halloween Part 1. Welcome to my review of this movie. It is Halloween weekend, and I hope that all of you guys have a happy and safe Halloween. If you decide to go out or whatever, if you're going to drink, be responsible. And if you have kids, if you're going to go out with the kids, I don't know how it is where you live, but just be safe. But I want to talk about Batman The Long Halloween Part 1. Now, as of the recording of this, which I'm recording earlier in the week, I've only seen Part 1. I have not seen Part 2. I will have my review for Batman The Long Halloween Part 2 tomorrow right here on the channel. But I want to talk about Batman The Long Halloween Part 1. By the way, tomorrow is Halloween, so I'm trying to time this correctly. So I saw Part 1 of this. It is 2 parts. Both of them are on HBO Max as we speak. And this continues the Tomorrowverse story. This is based on, of course, the classic graphic novel Batman The Long Halloween, which I have actually never read. I've read some of the other stories, like, of course, Death in the Family. I have The Dark Knight Returns. I have a lot of the classic Batman stories in my collection, but I don't have The Long Halloween. And I know The Long Halloween is very inspirational for some of the great animated series storylines, as well as some of the great movies. In fact, The Batman, coming out next year, directed by Matt Reeves, is supposed to be heavily inspired by The Long Halloween. Probably because some of the characters from The Long Halloween and what they do are also in that film. The movie aired on Adult Swim on the 24th, but I saw it on HBO Max. Now, I want to talk about Part 1 first. So, first of all, I really like this movie. This is my favorite of the Tomorrowverse movies that they've put out so far. This one's my favorite. I love it because this story has a hybrid of Batman being a detective. He's got the relationship with Catwoman. He's got the Carmine Falcone connection with Bruce Wayne, of course. You've got the Joker in there, who doesn't even get revealed till later on in the movie. You've got Harvey Dent, of course, who's kind of trying to juggle this story where he's trying to be a family man with his wife while also being the district attorney and trying to find out this mysterious killer named Halloween. So this, and that's not really his name. The reason they call him Halloween is because his first kill was on Halloween, and he left the jack-o'-lantern next to the dead body. And so he goes around killing people every major holiday, Thanksgiving and then Christmas. So it becomes this sort of interesting story where you have Batman involved with the Joker, Commissioner Gordon, all these characters, and they're all being put together in a really intelligent way. Catwoman is really lovable in this, really enjoyed her. Calendar Man is great as well. I was surprised to even see Calendar Man there. And there's all kinds of little cameos there. So I want to talk about the new voice cast for just a moment here. Jensen Ackles plays Bruce Wayne as Batman. He's the guy from Supernatural. I know that because he's talked to a girl who was big into Supernatural. And Catwoman is played by the late Naya Rivera. And of course, she passed away very young, very tragic. But she's in this. The movie was actually dedicated to her. And interestingly enough, what I found surprising is the Joker is in this. And it's Troy Baker plays the Joker. And Troy Baker sounds a lot like Mark Hamill. I mean, I actually thought for a minute that it was Mark Hamill because he's got the Batman the Animated Series Joker laugh, and it really sounds like Mark Hamill, like a lot like Mark Hamill. And that was cool. That was cool, like what he did with the plane and everything. And then Batman's trying to solve this riddle about who it was that did all this. And then, I don't want to spoil it but I feel like this review already gave away some spoilers. So I'm going to be kind of cautious. I don't want to give everything away. But if you haven't seen it, you should see it, okay? I loved this. I really enjoyed this. I thought Batman was still kind of green. There was a scene where he fought these gangsters in this alley, and it was like really fast action, really awesome stuff. Catwoman shows up. That was a lot of fun. I love the fact that Catwoman's kind of ahead of him. This Batman did come off more like a younger, like Batman Year 1 or Batman Year 2, because even though the Batmobile might be technologically fine, Alfred's there, Batman still comes off like a bit of, he still makes a lot of mistakes. He's chasing Catwoman and he kind of busts his ass a couple times, you know what I mean? He's he seems to be a somewhat inexperienced Batman, although the way that they animate and draw Bruce Wayne, he still looks pretty young. I don't know. But I actually like the fact that Batman is more vulnerable in this film because I felt like him being more vulnerable kind of makes him, a bit more of a character arc as far as him trying to really find himself as Batman. And I love the fact that Batman here, he finds Maroni, like he basically does the Batman thing, so character wise, this really did match up pretty well to what Batman was. His accusation of Alberto Falcone being, actually I fucked up. I said Halloween, but I meant to call him Holiday. The killer's name is Holiday. I screwed that up. But anyways, Batman finds Alberto, and you think he might actually be Holiday, but it's not. So they leave part one with a cliffhanger. There is a post-credit scene where they tease Poison Ivy being a character in the next film, but the scene, the I love how they make you think, like they make you wonder who Holiday is. Like you're supposed to follow along with the story. Like, is it the Joker? Is it Carmine Falcone? Who could it be? Is it Harvey Dent? They're not going to reveal it till the next film, but I remember I've never read Long Halloween, so I don't know. I genuinely don't know, and I'm going to go watch it here the next couple of days. I'll have the review up tomorrow, but like I told you, I'm recording this earlier in the week, and I'll have the review up tomorrow about what I think about it. I might actually watch tonight because it's a really, really good movie. The animation was really smooth. I thought the music was fine. It actually did feel like it fit in the Batman the Animated Series universe, mostly because of how the Joker behaved, but it felt like it could have been like a prequel to that in some ways. In some ways. So, I am very curious about sort of where this goes, but I got to give a shout out to the voice cast because I thought they were absolutely fantastic. Obviously, I feel like, for me, I feel like the classic animated series voices are the ones that define animated Batman, but there are other ones. Like Jensen Ackles, I think is a pretty good Bruce Wayne. Like, honestly, he's pretty good. I also really like Billy Burke as Commissioner Gordon. I thought he was fine. I really liked his performance. And Alistair Duncan as Alfred, again, they just really come off like how they did in the old animated series. It felt at home, but it still felt like a new story. And I liked it. I really did like it, and I'm very curious to see where the story goes next. This is the continuation of the Tomorrowverse, and I want to know what is going to happen next. And so far, I'm digging it. The movie's directed by Chris Palmer, who I really don't know much about. I don't think he has much of a directing history, but of course, his direction here shines, especially when it comes to the stuff like with Batman on the roof and things of that nature, and Batman and Catwoman. Like the way he sets up his shots pretty good in a way to where, like, when you see Gotham from like far away, it's like a painting kind of look. It's a very beautiful movie, man. I really liked it. So looking forward to seeing Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2, and then I'll have my review for it when I see it. What did you think about Batman: The Long Halloween? Let me know, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow for the second part of this review where I review Batman: The Long Halloween Part 2.